Hello, everybody. This is Kev. I thought it was about time I gave an update on what's going on, primarily with BRB TV, but also loosely to do with me as a member of staff. Um, I've been really busy the last couple of months doing a lot of stuff that are not website related, including moving house, which disconnected me from the internet annoyingly for about a month anyway, so I couldn't really do much then. And then there came the point where I was getting heavy into my sort of prep work for my uni course that starts in October. So I've been learning a lot of stuff like HTML and CSS and JavaScript, and I'm getting started on UML and Java and C++ and so many other things. It's not all part of my course, I'm just going a bit mental, getting a lot of groundwork covered before I start, but that's not important for the sake of this video anyway. The point is that I've got a lot going on between that stuff, and I'm still recording albums that I've taken 2 years so far to get anywhere near close to doing. And other stuff, there's so much going on. I'm even starting to get into sort of playing around with the Source Engine SDK now, so I've actually started writing a design doc for a Portal mod. So yeah, that's going to take up an enormous amount of time. But I am still going to be on BRB. I just won't be here as much. I'll be here more than I have been for the last couple of months, but not as much in the grand scheme of things. If Tim and Dan and Dave and Sean are happy for me to carry on sort of overseeing the video department, I will happily oversee all projects that run through the pipeline. But then that brings me down to the features themselves. So the Big Red Ramble. Let's get started with the Big Red Ramble. Tudor and I have always split that between us since the spawning of the website. So Tudor has now decided that it's a bit too much hassle and he'd rather concentrate his efforts on other things, which is absolutely fine. It is an incredible amount of hassle to produce the Big Red Ramble. As easy a production pipeline as it is, the problem is getting people on board to meet a specific time and do the audio recording. So sometimes that can take days to organise, and then by the time it comes through, you end up, or I end up, or Tudor ends up with this production schedule that we can't really meet because we've all got things going on. So it can sometimes take a week to turn around, and that's annoying and hassly. So Tudor's decided that's enough of the rambles for him, and I don't blame him at all. I will continue to do them, but I'm not going to do every game that comes out. There's no way. I cannot fit that into my life. So given that I'm the only producer on that project now, I will do rambles for any game that I personally pick up that I feel deserves a ramble. Can't ask much more than that, I'm afraid, unless Tim and Dan can find someone else to produce them. Then yeah, that will be as far as rambles go for the foreseeable future. Game in 30 seconds, I will continue to do whenever an idea strikes me, as per usual. I've had actually quite a lot of ideas for games over the last few months, but then that whole sort of 2-month period of me not being present happened, so I didn't really get to bring any of those to fruition. So yeah, I will continue to do those when an idea strikes me. And as for thinking aloud, this is an example. I'm still going to carry on doing them. It's going to be done by as many staff members as we can get involved, but there's a lot of people that aren't comfortable on camera, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the ones that are comfortable will hopefully get involved with the feature. I know Tim's been on about getting involved at some point, so hopefully he'll get stuck in soon, and I will continue to do them occasionally. Sometimes they'll be like this, long, boring, updatey. Sometimes they'll be a bit more fun. I don't know. What else? Well, in terms of, since the site started, I was doing some reviews, written reviews for games. I will cut back heavily on that at this point. Writing takes a lot of time in itself, and actually playing a game for review is incredibly time consuming over a short amount of time. That's a terrible sentence, but I think you guys know what I mean when I say we have deadlines to hit with reviews. So when that occurs and I've got, say, 3 days to review a game, that means I can do nothing else but play and write about that game over the course of 3 days, which, when I'm about to start a university course, on top of all this other junk I'm getting done, that's not an option. Absolutely not. So I will occasionally jump in with a review if I feel that I'm the only one on staff who can really cover it justifiably, but that's rare. It's really only with PC games, and even then there are other guys on staff who can handle that stuff. But yeah, that's really it. I haven't got much more to fill you guys in on. That is the state of BRB TV from this point going forwards. And I'm out. See you next time.